So what they want me to do is get rid of all this stuff on the ground. You guys can see. Gotta clean all this up. Make this look new again, all this. They have parties and stuff, so get rid of all of this, like webs, clean up the floor. Really make this space look nice and presentable again. You know, so. Get our water connected. Always first, so we can fill up the tank. Make sure that pump is never dry. And me. Get our bleach mix in. I usually just add the whole gallon and add like a half ratio, because this bleach isn't as strong as the ones you get from the pool, but it's enough to really do the job. So I'll put half, and then I'll fill like water up to right there, at least for what I'm doing on this ground concrete, you know, because I need it kind of strong. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this bleach down, because if not, it won't take none of this algae or mold off, or it'll just be darker, and we want to lighten it up and bring it back to life, make it look brand new, as they say. And we'll show you how it looks in a second once it's done. Tricks of the trade: hot water machine, 5 gallon per minute, and with a yellow or a white nozzle is what I use on concrete with some hot water. This is enough pressure, especially if you pit the chems right and you do a good mix. Then it's like you don't need any pressure for most of these jobs. You know, it's just more of what tricks to use and at what times. And when you know how to use those tricks, it just comes off like butter. Good way to get all these little stains off, all this little bird shit like this one's right here, because sometimes they don't come off, or if you pressure wash them then they just still stick, is use really diluted bleach. You can use it on white, but let's say like you use it on green, you're better off just using like Dawn dish soap or something, because you might stain it, and it has to be all even. If you don't do it even, then it's gonna leave some spots, and I'll try to show you an example. Like it'll just be cleaner than all the other spots, you know. Look at all this. You can bleach all this black stuff. That way this whole wall becomes white again, and it's a nice equal color, bleach. It does pretty good job killing spiders and all these little spider webs, taking them apart. Just got to be careful on how you use it and what you use it on, because it could permanently damage or stain. And I've made that mistake very long ago, but I haven't done it since. I've been pretty good on it. So this is great. It's great to use for pressure washing. So you see this is like a perfect example. You see how that's discolored right there? Now that's just water, but that's what bleach will do. I didn't do that, but it'll have a discoloration like that. It's just a lot cleaner than everything else. But that's just water. That's just something that you'll see that'll look like, and then once it dries up, it's gonna be all uniform. But if you don't mix it right, it's gonna just look like a splash of paint, or like you messed up their paint or something like that, so it's very important to dilute or to do everything in the uniform case, so you don't leave those type of marks, which it's gonna dry up on this house, but that's exactly how it looks if you don't do your mixes right, or you use unknown chemicals on certain paints. kind of doing the final rinse down, getting all these little things off the side of the doors, getting all the plants, the spider webs for them. Nothing too big, you know, just, they didn't really pay me to do this, but it's like the small things that, why they call you back, you know. Want everything to be uniform, look good, look clean. You know, it's just a little bit of time. And it'll take you a long way. It don't hurt you, it don't hurt them. And you both feel a little better at the end of the day because, you know, you're not cheating yourself, you're not cheating your company, your work. You know, so pretty intro over here. Alright, here we go. Now we're gonna hit that wall. When I put bleach all over to clean up all that poop. Look at it already came out by itself pretty much without any pressure on it, you see? And that's what you don't want to use. You don't want to use pressure. Look at it. Damn, look how clean that came out. Everything is uniform. Nice and clean. You know? That's what you want. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, so you see what I'm talking about? You see how all these little dark stains right here? Pressure washing it won't bring it up unless you dig into it, and even though you'll be digging into the concrete. That's something that we don't want, you know. So there's methods and ways to do this without using any pressure and to get the best result, right? Because you still have all this sticking on there. You see that? It's a layer of dirt that comes off of it, but you want that fresh concrete look. So, I mean, obviously you can tell the difference, right? But I don't even want this on there, you know. So we're gonna keep working at this, and then we're gonna go back and clean this up. All right, you guys ready to see some magic happen? So check this out. Look how clean that is. That's just from diluting a little bit. So we'll check this out. You put it all over these little flower things, whatever falls from the tree sap or algae, pollen, all that stuff doesn't come off too easily off of here. So you see how it's starting to turn brown, like that one. You see now it's starting to move, but with the power washer it won't move. So, you know, not everything is power washing. Some things is just not knowing how to mix two things together, right? But we're gonna make this look nice and new right now. It's already clean. We just need to remove all this pollen. Look how clean that is now. See? Yeah, look how much this cleaned up too. Just go over it a few times, let it leave there, you know, and it'll start doing its own work. There you go. Look how clean this came out. Bam, gone. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Compared to that over there, but look at that. Like brand new, got all that weird shit out. You know how we do.